Once again, one must sit back and bury the face of the earth of forbidding myth, the phallus of the enormous stone, when the lengthened shadow of a restless vulture caresses the strong and silent deodar in the valley, and when the time of the butterfly moves inside the fierce body of the forest bear, and fill the tensed muscle of rock ill to the virtuous water of the hidden springs of the Mahanadi, the mystery of secret rides the make of destiny. And to clasp the slow slopes of the stone again, darshan to the realm of the dead slopes that struck the mind with their quiet face of sorrow, like that of old men curling for warmth in the winter sun, and of young ochre clad prophets laden with silent fulfillment of tomorrow. We have come as dreams disguised that pinned us down, artisans of stone, messengers of the spirit, 1,200 artless brown flowers in passion to the night in humble brotherhood. Aerial roots of a centuries old banyan tree, not taking life seriously, for our lives are only the seeds of dreams. Forgetting the cruelties of ruthless emperors who carved peaceful edicts of blood red rock, forgetting our groans and cries and smells of gun smoke and smouldering flesh, forgetting the tactics and strategy that led to the founding of the infinite distance inside our watery skulls, time and the boat, and the initiation into the mastery of peace and sailing ships of those maritime ancestors who have vanished in the black bay without a trace, that only live in the sound of the waves flinging themselves onto the dark fringes of this land from Chilika to Chandipur. But time has no mouth, and the black labyrinth of Kajurians along the edges of the sea close the sky's eternal vault, tall and brutal, trapping the evening's first stars of haunting order and the solitary traveler who can sense the brilliant colors of the past in the ocean's strange and bitter depths. The subterranean river in the rock which admits him with dignity into some fresh wonder of its flowing. Now cut in the currents of time, I watch the blue sky sheep out slowly, hear the voice of old waves drift into silence, and yet my existence lies in the stones, which carry my footsteps from one day into another, down to the infinite distances, the dense jungles where tigers' eyes are glowing red like virulent boils of pox on dead women and children, and where the grotesque dawn of wilderness wood becomes a conceiver of life, nothing else. As I continue walking back and forth, not knowing whether the earth would let me find finally its mouth, only that the stones were my very own, waiting as mother or goddess or witch, as my birth fits on them, as though on the empty dugs of a sorcerer's thought.